As FTX is going bankrupt, a ton of crypto platforms are preventing withdrawals, and cryptocurrency as a whole is being liquidated. There is absolutely no doubt that hedge funds are collapsing. And what do hedge funds do? They hedge. So they go long and they go short, except the companies that they are long in are not doing too well either, as the entire year of 2022, the entire S&P 500 has fell. The overall stock market has fell, and banks have had issues. Now, if you've been keeping up with the channel, we are expecting a huge move in AMC and GameStop over the next couple of days and or next week. However, there are a lot of short squeeze plays that you can catch on the side that I've been looking into, and I want to bring it to you today in this short video. So all I ask in return is for you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop a positive comment down below. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the first stock that of course is brought to all of your attention, and you probably have heard about it already, is ticker symbol MMAT, which is Meta Materials. It is up almost 250% on the week. This article came out the other day. Meta Materials Inc. over-the-counter markets MMTLP short squeeze is on, as George Alacara's tweet S1 is effective, giving NextBridge hydrocarbon shorts 15 days to cover. Essentially, what's going on with MMAT and MMTLP is that shorts are literally being forced out of their positions. However, MMAT isn't really the stock that I wanted to bring your attention as the stock that you should jump into. And the reason for that is because there is only 11% short interest left on MMAT and 2.29 days to cover. And that is discarding the last 2 days of running that we had, so Friday and today, because we are on a T+2 report date to get short interest. There's no telling how high MMAT can go, but it's definitely not something that I would buy at the top and become a potential bag holder of. So let's talk on a bunch of different plays that did not run yet and that are about to run. If you feel like you do want to jump in MMAT, this isn't sponsored, but go over to r/short squeeze on Reddit, and everything that is being talked about right now is all about MMAT and that people should jump in the squeeze, this and that. So again, if you feel like you are missing out on MMAT and you do want to jump in, hop over to the r/short squeeze on Reddit. You are going to see a ton of MMAT, MMTLP stuff trending. Okay, so the first ticker symbol I wanted to talk about is ticker symbol MULN, Mullen Automotive. Many of you have probably heard of it already. Mullen is playing out through these cycles that I have tracking right now. Mullen has a 43% short interest of the free float. How come it's less than 1 day to cover for short sellers? The reason it's so low for days to cover is that Mullen has had absurd amounts of volume, and this is something that I wanted to bring up and bring to your attention. Based off of the cycle, this is something that you would see is a little bit of chop all the way up to the date of December 22nd, December 23rd, right around that range for a major pop and cycle reset on MULN. It can happen before, it can happen after. So if you say, oh, I'm not going to miss a train, I'm going to buy the day before, again, it could be a couple days off. But I wanted to point out that this absurd amount of volume, 131 million in volume today with barely a move. We've been staying flat with these hammer candles and a huge amount of volume. This, in my opinion, is expected to go parabolic. Also, guys, nothing I say is financial advice, and these cycles can play out inverse. But the one that I'm really excited about is actually ticker symbol BBIG. As you guys can see, ticker symbol BBIG is running in cycles as well, but very accurate cycles. Now, the move that I'm going to be talking about has had gains of over 500%, 80%, and 200%. However, also a drop of 45%. So like I said, nothing is guaranteed. Cycles can always play out inverse. Keep that in mind when you are picking short squeeze plays. Also keep in mind all short squeeze plays that you're going to be jumping into are not based off of fundamentals, and it is a very high risk, high reward type of trade. Okay, now this cycle is ending, and as soon as another one starts, just like Mullen, there's going to be a huge move on the chart, fluctuating between 40 and 2,000% or more, right? There's no cap on how high it can go, but I have the exact dates drawn out as to the call outs for when this thing is going to move. Now, BBIG has 7 days to cover for a ratio with an 18% short interest on the play. So again, if more people bought in, the volume started increasing, that days to cover ratio would lower. The off-exchange short volume is extremely high, 60%, 1.8 million shares. And the exact time frames I have for this are 1 tomorrow and this week for a cycle reset, and or December 5th. So personally, I wouldn't even mind risking a few $100s myself, which I might, buying a few months out call contracts on BBIG. But overall, this is something I wanted to bring to your attention, as I only make these videos once every couple months, and that is because these cycles last a while. And then it gives you a very rare opportunity to jump in the stock. But as you guys can see, it does perform the way I'm talking about every single time. The next ticker symbol I'm talking about is COSM, which was up 21% today. And as you guys can see, it is fighting resistance. This stock has a very low days to cover ratio with a 10% short interest. So you may or may not have missed the train on this. Also, I don't have a lot of charting done on Cosmos, so I personally will not be jumping into this play. However, there is a gap fill up to about 35 cents, and if this does start running, there is another 110% to go. Also, with the high volume, I wouldn't doubt if retail is jumping into this play, FOMOing in right now. And a quick reminder, there's opportunity every single day, so don't feel like you have to jump into something. Now, just for fun, I overlaid AMC's chart, which is in the orange, over MMAT's chart, and the charts move very, very similar. If I shift it to percentage gains, you will see that when AMC runs, this runs, and vice versa, all the way down to the T, which tells me that AMC is right here off of this little correction, and that tomorrow we could definitely potentially see a pop. But if you want to see my full AMC breakdown video, I literally just posted it 2 hours before this video, so make sure to go watch that if you are in AMC and or GameStop. That is what I got for you guys for today's video. Make sure to hit the link pinned in the top of comments and linked in the description down below to get a chance to win up to $60,000 and 15 free stocks for just signing up and depositing $1 into MooMoo. They have a desktop version and an app version. They give you free level 2 order book, unlike Webull that you have to pay $2 for. They also give you access to looking at other exchanges, crypto, going long, going short, trading options, further out strike prices, and finally an earnings calendar, which is my favorite part about MooMoo. It's super helpful and helps me every single time that I want to play earnings. They give you the dates, the exact time, the full breakdown of what's expected, and then finally just shoot you a notification when the earnings call is actually happening. So thank you guys all for watching the video. The link will be pinned in the top of comments and linked in the description down below. To reap these benefits, you just have to sign up and deposit at least $1. I love you all. Lottery stocks out. Guys, just to disclose something before we close out the video, all of these plays are literally just for very, very short-term plays. I don't know if you're new to the market or you are advanced to the market, but these are plays that are going to give you a very high return and or a very high loss within a week or a couple weeks or even with a couple months. These are not long-term holds or good stocks. And again, I'm speaking in my opinion. I'm not speaking for personal financial advice. But if you just take a look on the weekly time frame for any of these stocks, you will see the general basis and the general trend is a very long downtrend, and ultimately these are all most of the time just failing companies. Now, these companies aren't necessarily failing companies due to poor fundamentals or just a shitty company in general, but most of the time these are companies that are victims of predatory short selling, which happens a lot throughout the stock market. Short sellers are pinning stocks and essentially pinning stocks illegally without the SEC actually doing anything, enforcing anything, or regulating anything. And if these big guys make a bad move and they make a wrong move, the DTCC bails them out anyway. But I just wanted to let you guys know watching this video that these are not plays that I'm telling you to hold on to. And again, they are very high risk, high reward. So just have post notifications on and that'll be it.